we saw on the media a clip purported to have come from the president of Uganda Law Society, one Semakadde Isaac. And in that clip, he was referring to the DPP. And in referring to the DPP, he preferred mentioning the female genitalia. And he said, he also referred to Karamoja. We acknowledge the role that the Uganda Law Society does in Uganda. We acknowledge the willingness of the president of Uganda Law Society to bang the table, to shake the table, to organize his space. But we are uncomfortable with his continuous utterances against the DPP and referring her, describing her with her genitalia, and also referring her to a vagina from Karamoja. We are uncomfortable with his continuous insults on the person of the DPP. I want to tell you, for a girl like Jane Francis Abodo to rise up from Karamoja to a position of a DPP, it is not easy. She has gone through a lot. You cannot begin to ridicule her after all that struggle she has had to arrive at that position. It has nothing to do with God parenthood or knowing anyone. We know no one. It is a merited position which is competed for nationally. That office has had several DPPs previously before Abodo. The attack on the person of Abodo and referring it to Karamoja women is unacceptable. Who says that we don't belong to Uganda? Our girls look up to Abodo as a role model, the DPP. So when you utter those words about her, it offends all of us. And unfortunately, it is not the first time we are hearing them. When she was first appointed, he said the same thing. We imagined it was a slip of the tongue. And now when he has ascended to the position of President, Uganda Law Society, he has repeated it again in bold. And that's why we are here to tell him it is enough. If the intention is to improve the performance of DPP, why not handle the issues work-related? I knew all these years that lawyers are very brilliant people, and they know how to correct issues, how to handle issues of performance without getting into insulting, mentioning the genitalia of a woman. How come now we are descending to that? And even, how do you even drag the entire Karamoja over this matter? If the intention was good. So we are here to condemn, and I want to speak not only on my behalf, but on behalf of all the other women in Karamoja. Those who have dared to study, those who have dared to break all odds, to break the ceiling, to ascend to a position, a small position like the one of ODPP. I'm here to condemn that, those statements, and to demand an immediate and public apology from the person of the president of the Uganda Law Society. If we must still regard that profession, an apology is required, and it must come immediately.
To rebut, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Faith Nakut has said, we come before you, the members of the fourth official, for the estate, to come and sympathize with Honorable Lady Justice Jane Francis Abodo. We have come to sympathize with the women in Uganda. We have come to sympathize with the women in Africa and the world at large upon the utterances of Counsel Semakadde Isaac. This is not only an insult to Lady Justice Jane Francis Abodo. It is an insult to a woman in the whole world. It is an abuse to God, because God chose that there must be a woman, there must be a man. But for you to come and abuse the creation of God, you must be a demon. To insult God and to insult women is this gentleman called Semakadde trying to tell us that he never came out to this world through a vagina? Is he trying to tell us that he came through another opening? Did he come to the world through anus? Maybe he came to this world through the anus. He should tell us.
Maybe.
So we have come here to condemn these utterances. They are uncalled for. He insulted Lady Justice Jane Francis Abodo when she was appointed DPP. But the people of Karamoja said, no, let us not say anything, because he said it in small letters. Now this time around, he has said it in capital letters, which means he already has bad intentions about Abodo, bad intentions about Karamoja. And above all, the women fraternity. This insult by the president of Uganda Law Society is an insult to even his own mother. He has insulted his sisters. He has insulted his cousins, who are women. You can imagine the courage the person has to insult even his own mother. This must be a man with a diabolic brain. We must condemn it. We must not allow this to happen, because the first time we allowed it, we thought maybe he was going to reform. But now, because he has gotten the platform, he must have even abused many other people using the platform that he got from the lawyers of this country. The lawyers of this country decided to give him that mandate to steer the legal fraternity in Uganda with soberness, with respect, with utmost faith. But look here, this gentleman called Isaac Sekamate, as whatever,
idiot.
he has insulted even the lawyers who put trust in him, that this is the best out of those who had shown interest for the position of the President of Uganda Law Society, Mr. Sekamade, whatever. He's a madman, of course. They gave him trust. They gave him the votes. By giving him the votes, they were saying this is the best out of all that had expressed interest to stand as president, Uganda Law Society. Here we are. In less than 6 months, the man has betrayed even the people who voted him, the lawyers in Uganda. Where are we heading? If a person who has gone to school can utter such obnoxious words, if a person who is a Christian can utter such words, where are we heading? So, the whole of Karamoja, the people of Uganda, want immediate apology and also a resignation of the president of Uganda Law Society from the position of president of Uganda Law Society. He must resign. He is already a disgrace to the people of Uganda. He is a disgrace to the lawyers in Uganda. What is he going to say next time? What is he going to say next? He has ashamed the whole country. And here we are, we want to keep quiet over this matter. This matter cannot be taken lightly. It is an attack on the women of Uganda, the women in Africa, and the entire world. We cannot just sit and observe this man uttering statements against women. So we want to stand in solidarity with all the women in the whole world to condemn this man and demand his immediate resignation. This cannot go on. There were better ways of addressing a grievance. If there was a grievance between him and Lady Justice Frances Jane Abodo, she should have gone to her or written to her rather than coming publicly to bash her, to demonize her over simple matters that could have been handled. We all have grievances, but we must have demeanor, a good demeanor in handling the grievances. We must know how to handle our grievances. We must know how to package the information. There were better ways of him reaching out to Lady Justice Frances Abodo to express his annoyance. This should not have been the way. It is too much for us as Karamojong. It is too much for us as Ugandans. It is too much for us as people of God and Allah to watch this happen. We are really broken down to the bone. The only thing that will repair our hearts is an apology and immediate resignation. Thank you very much. My name is Loki John Baptist. I'm the Member of Parliament for Matherico County in Moroto District.
I represent the people of Lodoth North in Kabong District. I want to join my sister Faith and Dr. Loki, and I would want to thank the fraternity of the media people. We are here for a purpose, and the purpose are the utterances made by one called Semakadde Isaac, who is the president of the Uganda Law Society. They have said it all, but I would want to bring you grievances from the people of Karamoja. Jane Francis, Lady Francis Abodo is a Karamojong, and I think could be the one that has made it to that level of all the Karamojong ladies. But the derogatory word, the vulgar word that has been mentioned against her and then against the Karamojong is something surprising to the whole of Karamoja. Now, what do they say? It has been mentioned by somebody in the capacities of the president. And they are asking, is this word legal or it is illegal? Certainly this is legal. And what they say about Semakadde, everyone is saying this is madness. I think Semakadde is mad. Some Karamojong words have been put there. His name has been changed. There is Sematres. There is Sema-idiot. So many things are being mentioned in Karamoja. I think it is unethical for the president of the Uganda Law Society to have acted that way. There are so many ways problems are being solved. When there is a problem, you can even write. When there is a problem, you can even choose to get a group of people and say, I have this problem. Karamoja has remained not to know anything wrong between Semakadde and then Lady Jane Francis Abodo. So in this respect, we feel that maybe he could have made a mistake. So the fact that we demand a public apology is something that is done everywhere. Can Semakadde publicly apologize to the people of Uganda, to the whole world, because this thing is trending everywhere? So I may not have much to say, but also say that I condemn in totality what Semakadde has done as a Ugandan and as the president of the Uganda Law Society. I thank you.
Okay, thank you for giving us the time. Do you think there is anything for clarification?
Question and answer.
If there is.
What is everything?
We have.
If he doesn't. If the president of Uganda Law Society does not apologize on his vulgar utterances against a role model, not only in Karamoja, but a role model in Uganda, We will proceed with legal action against him. He must face court. He made his bed, therefore he must lie on it. Alternatively, the ladies in Karamoja will come and demonstrate in all the streets of Kampala and even within Karamoja. And they will be joined by all other women and all other people. I was born by a woman. I must respect the organ which God gave the woman, where all mankind, including this so-called president, came through. We must respect our bodies. Bodies made by God are not supposed to be mocked at. This is inhuman. So we demand his immediate resignation. Short of that, legal action, and we are going to carry mass protest and demonstration against these diabolic utterances against women. Thank you. Maybe we can speak in Karamojong.
He will tell you the other alternative. We have the fourth estate, the protests don't work. There is an option.
Yeah, I just want, when I say that the whole of Karamoja is not happy, it means the elders themselves are not happy. So what would happen if all this don't work? The elders normally come into what we call aggregate. They kill cows and will curse Semakadde. They will pronounce the cursing of Semakadde on what he has mentioned. So we feel that it doesn't even reach that process. The elders in Karamoja will be ready to kill cows and sit and talk about what has happened here.
Yes.
Can I tell you more about that?
Yes, very fast.
The person of affected woman in our area, she is traditionally she has full rights to petition in our traditional settings on account of being a woman who is fully married. So what he had traditionally, which is fully married traditionally, and in our tradition, there are rights that come with it. So to abuse such a woman is something we don't do. We don't do. But anyway, we understand Semakadde doesn't know anything about our culture, and so he had to say what he said. I want to thank you.
Women also. You should get serious.
Thing is, the moment we allow
All
this
of
to
you have
continue,
been abused.
that every woman who is in a position of office must be described by her private part. What is that? Why were we be given names? Why were we given positions?
So
It's an
you
attack
women,
on
you
a
have been
woman.
attacked.
Must apologize and resign.
Yes, those two.
Are you petitioning law council?
We are doing that.
We are doing
petitioning
that.
law council.
Yes.
We are petitioning law
We are
council.
petitioning Uganda
Look,
society.
you mean they cannot find another president? How will we go to the lawyers for support, for counsel? This is unacceptable. It must stop. The lawyers have a right to clean. He said he was going to bang the tables. They also have a right to clean their own house and make the law fraternity be a respected organ that we usually thought about.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah, Mama.
We are behind you.
Thank you. Mama,